Flight boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon, Flight boss, the Archangel Uriel, and I'm in the care of God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And you know what? I don't think people understand why transits is important. When everything in their life, even if it ain't got nothing to do with the stars, is dependent on a transit. So that's what you need to understand. Your whole life is you trying to make transitions into something. So you're trying to emit your light. So this is what a transit actually is for anybody who got a misunderstanding of it. A transit is when a group of lights, stars, whatever you want to call it, come together, and based upon their alignment, it creates a reality. Now that reality takes shape and form in many different ways, into light forms and into density forms. This is how we got fruit, and this is how we got concepts and ideas. Now each star, each light is giving off its own information. So when it do an alignment with another star, both of those informations create an orb in between, which is a realm, and then that orb is another life. Those two planets had sex, and then two energies came together to create another energy. Two lights came together to create another light. Now that light is we in the middle of that. Now this orb, this light we're in, is going to be wrapped and created off that information. So if you got Mars-like information aligning Venus-like information, and both of those lights, we catching those lights in the middle, then it's important for us to understand that, because if we understand what Mars and Venus represents, and then if we understand what alignments represent, what kind of alignment it is, then we know what kind of light spectrum of information we're in. So once we understand that, you are a solar system yourself. So understanding your own setup is understanding your own light information, your own light spectrum. So if your light spectrum is aligned in a certain way that really don't resonate with the way that today is aligning, which is the transits, then I don't care how good or how much you done got over, or how much praise or how much success you get on a daily basis, that day just might not be your day. And that's where that shit even come from, where people don't have their day. That's where that come from. That day, that maze, that illusion, that the sun came and created, and all the other planets came and created, when you went out with your own smaller version solar system into the world and to experience, based upon those elemental lights and your elemental lights, is what deciphered how the world you was going to create for yourself be. So the orbs that are the lights you gave off with your solar system, and then the lights you are up under, which is the world you are in, these lights created an orb and a conflict between you and it. And if it played out positive or negative, that depends on the motherfucking the alignment mixture. If you got certain amount of air, certain amount of water, certain amount of fire, and certain amount of earth, and today got this amount of earth and this amount of water and this amount of, you see what I'm saying? Then you know the way that you naturally carry out your attributes may not align, or may not be seen in a way that is usually seen when you have those days when alignments are more in your favor. So when we talk about alignments, that's all it is. You have your physical body and you go through the physical weather of hell and heaven and all that shit. Then you have your spiritual body. You go through the astral hell and the astral weather. Now, in that realm, you by yourself spiritually. So you may go through your own spiritual storm, but you might be next to somebody who having a beautiful heavenly day in their astral realm. And it'll play out physically, because this person may be happy in front of you and you may be sad and upset about something in front of them. So both of y'all natal alignments is, and your solar system shows you how your spirit works. These are the bodies that your spirit go into to orchestrate and be aware of itself. So that will kind of give you an understanding of things. So that give you an understanding how you're weathering the storm in the astral realm, in the shapeless and formless smokeless flame realm. You know what I'm saying? And then the physical representation will play out as how it's harboring on you in this illusion, and how you might get wrapped up into it and shit. So you know what I'm saying? You got to pay very close attention to these things when we talk about this though. But yeah, flight boss, bitch. Goddamn air.